Alright, so welcome back to my channel, Math and Language, and we're going to tackle how to find the rate and compound interest. Now, before we go to the lesson proper, clarify ko lang tong mga few notes na to. Una, P for principal or PV for present value. Parehas lang sila ng value. Depende lang yan sa professor or instructor or textbook na gagamitin nyo kung anong variable. Kaso parehas lang sila. Same with FV for future value or A for the final amount. So, same lang din sila. So dito sa video na to, ang gagamitin natin is PV for present value at FV for future value. Now, ano ba yung mga variables na gagamitin natin? So again, FV for future value, PV for present value, N is the number of times compounded, R is for the rate, and T is for the time. And let's review about the number of times compounded for a year or yung N. Annually is 1, semi-annually is 2, quarterly is 4, monthly is 12, weekly naman ay 52, and daily is 365. Alright, so ano ba yung formula na gagamitin natin para makuha yung rate? So we have rate is equal to the N, yung number of times compounded or yung compounding frequency, times mo sa quantity na, yung fraction na future value over mo ng present value with an exponent of 1 over NT. Number of compounding frequency, tapos yung time. Times mo sa time. Okay? So, may bracket tayo at parentheses. So, makikita nyo sa screen kung ano yung unahin nyo, yung order of operation. At minus 1. Okay, sir. So, paano ba nakuha yung formula na yun? So, remember the future value compound interest formula. Future value is equal to the present value times mo sa quantity na 1 plus R over N at ang exponent mo ay NT. So, divide both sides by present value. Pupunta na yung present value dun sa left. So, over na siya ng PV. FV over PV is equal to 1 plus R over N. Tapos, exponent mo ay NT. Next one. Kailangan mong gawin dito, sa left side of the equation, 1 over NT na siya. Yung exponent niya ay 1 over NT. Mag-cancel out na yung exponent na NT dun sa kanan na equation. So, matitira na lang sa kanan ay the quantity 1 plus R over N. Next one, lipat mo lang naman yung 1. Yung nasa kanan na 1, lipat mo sa kaliwa, so minus 1 na siya. So, mawawala na yung 1 dun sa kanan. So, magiging FV over PB, tapos parentheses, exponent is 1 over NT, minus natin ng 1. Is equal to R over N. And lastly, multiply both sides by N. So, mapapansin mo yung N, nasa kaliwa na siya. N times the quantity, the fraction of FB over PV. Exponent mo ay 1 over NT. At doon ka magmaminus ng 1. Okay? So, mapapansin mo yung sa parentheses muna at doon ka lang magmumultiply ng N. Is equal to R. Baliktarin ko lang yung equation. They have the same value naman. Baligtad ko lang. So, dyan ang galing yung formula for rate. Okay, so example number 1 tayo. What interest rate compounded semi-annually is needed for a principal of $5,000 to increase to $6,077.53 in 2 years? So, ano daw yung interest rate kapag, kunyari, ikaw, nag-deposit ka sa bangko ng $5,000 at naging $6,077.53 to in 2 years na compounded semi-annually. Ano daw yung interest rate na to? So, first step natin, lagyan na agad natin yung formula. Second step, substitute natin yung mga values. So, R is equal to 2 times the quantity. Bakit 2? Kasi semi-annually. So, fraction na tayo. Future value over mo ng present value. 6,077.53 divide mo ng 5,000. Next one, yung exponent naman. That's 1 over NT. Ang N natin is 2 kasi semi-annually. At ang time natin is also 2 kasi 2 years. So that will be 1 over 2 times 2. At yung minus 1. Next step is simplify it natin further. So simulan natin yung sa fraction muna. 6,077.53 divide mo ng 5,000. That is 1.215506. At ang exponent naman, 1 over 2 times 2. So that will be 1/4. Okay na. So simplify it further ulit. So, sa calculator nyo, 1.215506, ang exponent mo ay 1/4. Yung sagot niyan, mag-subtract tayo ng 1. Okay? So, magiging sagot dyan ay 0.049999 and so on. And lastly, para makuha natin yung pinakasagot, R is equal to 2 times dun sa 0.0499 and so on. Ang sagot dyan ay 0.999 and so on. So, kaya ako nag-so on kasi hindi siya yung buong number. Okay? Sa calculator nyo, marami pang decimal yan. Decimal places. So, to convert it to percent form, you have to multiply it by 100. So, the answer will be 9.99, di ba? Or 10%. So, dun sa tanong na, ano daw yung interest rate na ang bangko kapag nag-deposit ka ng 5,000 at naging 6,077.53 to in 2 years at semi-annually. So, 10% ang sagot. Okay, so let's move to the example number 2. What interest rate compounded monthly is needed for a principal of $10,000 to increase to 11,908.13 in 3.5 years? Same lang to kanina. Iba lang yung mga values natin. Okay? So, dito naman, compounded monthly, principal mo, yung dineposit mo, initially is 10,000 at naging 11,908.13 to in 3.5 years. Magkano daw yung rate? Okay? Interest rate. So, first step natin, lagay mo agad yung formula. And after that, substitute natin yung mga values. So, ang n natin, dahil compounded monthly, that will be 12. So, note yung fraction natin, FV over PV. So, future value natin is 11,908.13. Divide mo ng 10,000. So, yun yung fraction natin. Sa exponent naman, that will be 1 over NT. So, ang n natin ay 12 at ang time natin ay 3.5 years. Okay? Tapos, lagyan natin yung minus 1. Let's simplify it further. So, yung fraction natin na 11,908.13, divide mo ng 10,000, that will be 1.190813. Ang exponent naman, that is 1 over 12 times 3.5. So, that will be 1 over 42. Okay? Ngayon, dahil nakuha na natin, simplify it further ulit. So, yung 1.190813 na yan, kailangan natin siyang i-exponent natin to the 1 over 42. Okay? Tapos, yung sagot niya, i-minus natin ng 1. And the answer will be 0.004166 and so on. Next step, multiply na natin. 12 times 0.004166 is equal to 0.04999 something. And the answer for that one, tapos, i-multiply natin ng 100 to convert it to percent form, that will be 5%. So, what interest rate daw, compounded monthly, is needed for a principal of $10,000 to increase to 11,908.13 in 3.5 years? That will be 5%. Example number 3, what interest rate compounded weekly is needed for a principal of $50,000 to increase to 109,770.22 in 5.25 years. Alright, so this one, same lang din kanina. Nag-iba lang sa values. So, let's start. So, lagyan natin yung formula. Next step natin, let's substitute the values. So, yung sa fraction natin, future value over mo ng present value. So, that will be 109,770.22 over mo ng 50,000. And let's not forget the n dun sa kaliwa nun. Yung n natin is 52. Bakit? Kasi compounded weekly. Alright, ang next step naman is yung exponent. Exponent natin is 1 over n times t. Ang n natin is 52 at ang time natin, that will be 5.25 years. So, that will be 1 over 52 times 5.25. At lagyan natin yung minus 1. Alright, let's simplify the fraction and the exponent. Sa fraction natin, 109,770.22 divide mo ng 50,000. And that will be 2.1954044. Sa exponent naman, multiply natin yung 52 times 5.25. That will be 273. So that will be 1 over 273 yung exponent natin. Okay, so simplify natin yung nasa loob ng parentheses. Yung 2.1954044 na yan, ang exponent niyan to the 1 over 273. Yung sagot niyan, minus mo ng 1, and that will be 0.0028846 and so on. Okay, lastly, multiply natin ng 52 yung sagot at magiging 0.149999. Or, tapos, multiply natin siya ng 100 to convert it to percentage form. So that will be 15%. So dun sa tanong na what interest rate compounded weekly is needed for a principal of $50,000 to increase to $109,770 and 22 cents in 5.25 years, ang interest rate noon ay 15%. Alright, so mini-quiz tayo and it's your turn. What is the interest rate compounded daily is needed for a money to quadruple in 8 years? So, kung mag-deposit ka ng money at magiging times 4 ito or quadruple in 8 years, compounded daily, ano daw yung interest rate ng bangko? So, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this. You may want to pause the video naman, and after this, I will give you the answer as well as the solution. Time's up, and the correct answer is 17.33%. Okay, so let's start. Lagi ko muna yung formula. Okay, substitute the values. Sir, wala tayong values dito kung maliban sa 8 years at sa compounded daily. Yes, kasi nakalagay dito money to quadruple. So, deposit ka. For example, dito tayo mag-substitute na lang or mag-improvise ng values natin. Deposit tayo ng 1 peso or $1, tapos magiging $4 to kasi quadruple, di ba? 1 times 4 is 4. So, ito na yung future value natin and present value. Then, balik tayo sa formula, ang n natin ay 365 kasi compounded daily. So, 365 times the quantity. Doon muna tayo sa fraction. FV is 4 and PV is 1. Ang exponent naman natin is 1 over MP. Ang n is 365 at ang time is 8 years. So, 365 times 8. Tapos, magiging exponent mo na ay 1 over 365 times 8. Tapos, itong ka magma-minus ng 1. Alright, next step, let's simplify it further. 4 over 1 is simply 4. Exponent naman natin is 365 times 8. So, that will be 2,920. But remember, that's 1 over 2,920. Okay, let's simplify it further na. Simplify na natin yung nasa loob ng parentheses. 4 to the 1 over 2,920. Yung sagot niyan, ma-minus ka ng 1. And the answer will be 0.00047487. Ngayon, pwede natin siyang i-times dun sa 365. So, the answer will be 0.17332. And we multiply it by 100 para maging percent na siya. So, that will be 17.33%. Again, if you're going to answer this one, kailangan dire-diretso siya sa calculator. Huwag ka mag-round off sa kalagitnaan ng computation. Kasi pera to ng tao eh. Every cents counts. Going back to the problem, kung may pera ka at nag-quadruple in 8 years, compounded daily, ano daw yung interest rate nito? That will be 17.33%. And that's the end of the lesson about how to find the rate and compound interest. Ang next video naman natin will be about ordinary annuity future value. So we have the formula, future value annuity is equal to payment terms times mo sa quantity, sa fraction mo na sa, sundan mo tayo sa numerator, that will be the quantity 1 plus R over N to the NT, N times T. Tapos, ma-minus tayo ng 1. Tapos sa denominator naman, that is simply R over N. And if you would like to comment or suggest another math and language video or kung may assignment kayo, please comment down below. Again, this is James, your math and language instructor. Please like and subscribe and also click the bell notification para updated kayo sa bagong math and language video. And thank you. Bye-bye.